Welcome back to Training Your Virtual Pet with me, Mr. Baumgarten. Let's get cranking. So far, we have our pet logging on and registering and getting our points balance. It is fetching the weather for us. It is looking up our timetable and showing it on screen. Today, we're going to feed our virtual pet. Let it have its nourishment that it needs to live a long, healthy, fruitful life. We will be seeing who can have the longest streak of feeding their pet every day. What will you score? So let's define a function for having ourselves a meal. So we'll just call it show meal in the same way we've been naming the other functions. So I'm going to comment out the timetable one for now, and let's put in here show meal. We'll do this one more, and then what we might do for the next video is create a menu system so that we can move between, showing the dashboard, showing the weather, showing the timetable, showing the meals. All right, because there's a fair bit here that we're starting to do, and so we're going to want to use our touch screen to create a menu to move between them. But we'll do show meal first, and then we'll do a menu in the next video. Right, so let's start the way we've started all the others, and we can just, I might even just copy and paste it, just do the display clear and just show that we're fetching, just so that we know what our thing is doing. In fact, let's also just copy the get request stuff, because we can just make some changes to it as we need. So if I scroll down here and paste that. All right, so we are fetching, and what are we doing? We're going to have a meal now. Meal time. All right, so black screen, say the words fetching, and then here, instead of /weather, we are /meal. The rest stays the same. We're providing our API key and application, a JSON, except I think, this is a post request, not a get request. So let me just do that. So let's take a look at what we need. So this is a post request to /meal. We provide our API key, and then there's two different responses. So if we are successful and we've been able to feed our pet, we'll get a status response of success, and we'll get our updated points balance. If it's too soon, so because you can only feed your pet once every 12 hours, so it's designed to be done once a day, it will respond too soon, right? So that you can't earn too many points by feeding it every couple of minutes. We'll either get status too soon, or we will get status success. So let's work that out, shall we? So we get our response, we convert it using the UJSON load string into data, just like all the other ones. And so then if data status is equal to success, then we've been able to feed our pet. And so we can draw a really happy emoji up on screen. Oops, hang on, close that square quotation mark. So actually what I'm going to quickly do is pause and upload some of my other Mario pictures. So just to kind of show you what I had here, I've got Mario in despair, I've got Mario being happy, exclaiming, I've got Mario feeling quite flat, and I've got the thumbs up Mario. So those are the four images that I'm working from. You can use obviously your own sprites and creations in that. Remember, you have to convert them into the .raw format before you upload them to your ESP32. So now, assuming that you've done that, let's carry on. Display.draw the image. So if I've been successful and I'm happy, then I might use my exclaim Mario. So this is Mario hyphen exclaim, dot raw, and I'm going to put that in the top left corner, and that is 180 pixels wide and 180 pixels high. And then I'm going to draw some text. Yummy. I need, that's right, the X and Y coordinates go at the start of this. So X, I'll come in across 160, and at the top, let's make this font colors dot yellow, colors dot black, and then display draw text 160 25. That was delicious. I don't think that's going to fit all on one screen, so I might just put this over 2 lines. That was font colors dot pink, I don't know, colors dot black, and then I'll just copy and paste this and come across to 50 and say that was delicious. But I will also, so just a reminder that the other thing this gives us is our updated points balance. So let's display our updated points on a screen as well while we're at it. So I'll just take one of these, and we can put this, down. Let's skip a line. We'll put it down to 100. All right, and we can just say points. I'll turn this into an F string, because then I can just put, and in here I can just say points is equal to data. All right, what's it called? It comes in here. It's called points balance, is what it gets called coming from the server. So I'm just going to copy and paste that. All right, and store that in a variable locally called points, so that then here I can just use an F string and say substitute in whatever points is, and that can be in green. Right, that's if I'm successful at feeding my pet. Else, if we're not successful, if the status said too soon, what do I want to display on the screen then? So I'm going to copy and paste, so I can just make modifications. Instead of exclaim, let's do that one of him lying flat, feeling all despondent and upset that he didn't get any food. So instead of yummy, we might say no, and make that go red. Yeah, no food for me. I don't know, whatever. But we don't get a points balance in that case, so we can get rid of that line. And instead of pink, I don't know. It's just. Do I have like a dark red or like a maroon or something? I think I do, don't I? Let's go back to my colors. Yes, maroon. All right, let's show how this works, shall we? Save this and we'll see how many errors and typos I've made. And we say run. I'll pause while it connects. All right, so we have our Mario and it is showing on the screen. Yummy, that was delicious, and my points balance is currently 800 points. Fantastic. Now if I run it a second time, because I've just eaten, it's within the 12-hour limit, and so the server, the virtual pet service, won't let me eat a second time. So the next time this runs, we'll get the other screen, and we should have Mario lying flat and saying no food for me. So we'll this. Hurry up and connect. Come on. All right, fetching the time. And Mario says, oh, we got an error because I'm trying to print. I didn't get a points balance, and I was asking for one, and so that's why that didn't work. There we go. There's always at least one typo that I make. We all make mistakes when we're programming. Doesn't matter how long you've been doing it for. The trick is realizing what the error is and figuring it out and solving it. And Mario should say, yeah, there we go. Mario's lying flat. No food for me. Okay, so we now have a meal. Next video, we'll create a little bit of a menu system. This is Mr. Baumgartner signing out.